Heavily charged energy pings multiple sectors of your chart in October, but that's probably something you're becoming used to by now. Luckily, your ruling planet Saturn stationed direct in your own sign just as last month ended, so your foundation is strengthened right now. Well, your personal foundation is anyway. Your familial foundation and idea of the home base could be causing some issues throughout October, but at least your professional sector is looking good. October 1st sets fire to these festering domestic issues at home with a full moon in fiery Aries in your 4th house. With heightened emotions surrounding your relatives and childhood memories, issues with your family are now reaching a pivotal point. It's time to look bravely at the imbalance at home to find the all-important realization of what you really need to feel safe and comfortable. If you can't find your sense of belonging among your kin, maybe it's time to broaden your horizons and approach pleasure from a more spiritual perspective. Undoubtedly, the ingress of Venus into your 9th house on the 2nd inspires longing for a special trip or long-distance journey, even if your quest ends up being non-physical. This transit is in sensible and analytical Virgo, so it's highly likely your excursion will be of a mental nature. Indeed, this is one of the best times of the year to focus on your personal belief system and test out what adventures you'd like to try next. This transit could bring career-related travel and professional educational opportunities, but things get even better in that regard towards the last week of the month. You've had plenty of time to get in touch with your core purpose and your deepest sense of power these past 4 or 5 months with Pluto's long slow grind through your 1st house. This transformational energy comes through loud and clear on the 4th when Pluto stations direct in your identity sector. With Pluto being the planet of death and all, this could sound intimidating at first, but you've been dealing with this sort of energy off and on since 2008, so it's nothing you haven't made it through before. After the 13th, you can blame everything on Mercury retrograde. Just kidding, that's obviously a counterproductive way to handle the opportunity for a new perspective, but with this backwards energy in your 11th house, it's just the kind of excuse you'll see floating around your social circle. You're stepping into a brand new cycle of balanced professional responsibility on the 16th, despite the delays and obstructions Mercury RX will bring. This day's new moon in Libra adds a bit of pixie dust to your 10th house of public responsibility, career, authority, social status, and life's work, so it's a great time to flesh out any half-finished business plans or abandoned goals. Just try not to start anything brand new over the next few weeks if you can help it. You know, Mercury retrograde and all. Containing your vision for the future will prove difficult after the 22nd once the Sun enters your 11th house of friendships and social networks, but you'll be just fine as long as you avoid new contracts and committed agreements. Feel free to get lost in your dream future in your spare time, but use this pause to digest all your ideas rather than acting on them. You might even find it beneficial to share your goals with a couple of friends on a group outing or online chat. The Sun will be in Scorpio though, so don't worry if you feel a bit antisocial over the course of the next month. It looks like no matter what you do, your reputation will come under review on the 27th. As Mercury moves backwards, still retrograde, the messenger planet throws a few stumbling blocks into your 10th house. The good news is that Venus enters this same house not even a full day later, so you have a comfortable sense that the wind is changing and steering you toward more navigable waters. If there's anything to focus on this last week of October, it's the gentle correction of your own misconceptions of your abilities. This practice nurtures the honest, valuable connections that will act as your saving grace in the weeks to come, especially once Mercury stations direct again. Assuming you play your cards right, and you usually do, a burst of love and creativity is on the way. That's right, just in time for Halloween, a Taurus full moon smiles on your 5th house of joy and pleasure to remind you that life shouldn't be all about business. It's important for you to connect with nature and the simplest pleasures of self-care here at the end of October. No attention you pay yourself is too small, and all the energy you channel into joyful hobbies will return to you blessed in November. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website GoToHoroscope.com where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.